Hello, fellow travelers. Let's talk about Berlin. This isn't just a city, it's a living, breathing history book. Its pages are the streets, its chapters are the neighborhoods, and its story is one of constant change. Berlin greets you with an energy that is both old and new. You can feel the weight of its past on one corner and the excitement of its future on the next. It's a place where grand imperial avenues meet gritty, graffiti-covered laneways. This contrast is what makes Berlin so captivating. It doesn't hide its scars. It wears them as part of its unique identity, inviting you to come and understand its complex, beautiful soul. Imagine strolling through a city that has reinvented itself time and time again. Berlin is a master of transformation. It has been the heart of a powerful kingdom, the center of a dark empire, a city divided by a wall, and now, a vibrant hub of creativity and freedom in a united Europe. This resilience is palpable in the air. You'll find that Berliners have a certain directness and honesty that is incredibly refreshing. What I love most about Berlin is that it's a city for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a history buff, an art lover, a foodie, or just someone looking for a good time. You can spend your morning pondering the past at a world-class museum, and your afternoon relaxing in a sprawling green park like the Tiergarten. The city's rhythm is easy to fall into. It encourages you to explore at your own pace, to get a little lost, and to discover the unexpected joys that hide just around the corner. Our Berlin adventure begins at the Brandenburg Gate. You can't miss it. This magnificent sandstone arch has stood watch over the city's most pivotal moments. It was once a symbol of division, stranded in no man's land when the Berlin Wall was up. Today, it represents Germany's reunification and the triumph of peace. Stand beneath its powerful columns and just imagine the history that has passed through here. From the Brandenburg Gate, it's a short walk to the Reichstag building, the home of the German parliament. This building is a fantastic blend of old and new. Its historic stone facade is topped by a stunning modern glass dome designed by architect Norman Foster. You can actually walk up a spiral ramp inside the dome for a breathtaking 360-degree view of the city. Looking down into the parliamentary chamber below, you get a real sense of transparency and democracy at work, a powerful statement for a building with such a complicated past. Next, we'll head to Museum Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site right in the heart of Berlin. This is a real treat for art and history lovers. 5 world-class museums are gathered here, each one a treasure chest of human civilization. The Pergamon Museum is famous for its monumental structures, like the Ishtar Gate of Babylon. The Neues Museum is home to the iconic bust of Queen Nefertiti, a masterpiece of ancient Egyptian art. Finally, we must visit the East Side Gallery. This is not a traditional gallery, but a living monument to freedom. It's a nearly mile-long stretch of the original Berlin Wall that has been transformed into an open-air art gallery. Artists from all over the world came here after the wall fell to cover it in colorful murals. It's a vibrant, thought-provoking, and deeply moving experience that captures the euphoric spirit of 1989. To truly understand Berlin, we need to venture beyond the big-ticket sites. Let's explore the city's neighborhoods, where its real personality comes to life. A great place to start is Kreuzberg. This district has long been a hub for artists, immigrants, and activists. It has a gritty, creative energy that is quintessentially Berlin. Walk along the Landwehr Canal, browse the eclectic shops on Oranienstrasse, and feel the bohemian vibe. Kreuzberg is a melting pot of cultures, and its streets are filled with amazing street art, cozy cafes, and a spirit of rebellion. Another hidden gem is Tempelhofer Feld. This is not your average city park. It's a former airport, and its massive runways and open fields are now a public space for everyone. On any given day, you'll see Berliners cycling, skateboarding, flying kites, and enjoying community gardens on the old airfield. Standing in the middle of this vast open space, with the historic terminal building in the distance, is a unique experience. It symbolizes Berlin's knack for repurposing its history in creative ways. For a different side of Berlin, take a stroll through the Hackische Hofe in the Mitte district. This is a beautifully restored complex of interconnected courtyards. Hidden away from the main streets, these courtyards are filled with boutique shops, small art galleries, cinemas, and charming cafes. Each courtyard has its own unique design and atmosphere. Nearby, you'll find Haus Schwarzenberg, a more alternative courtyard covered in graffiti and street art, showing the two sides of Berlin's creative scene. Finally, don't miss the memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. While it's centrally located, its impact is deeply personal and introspective. It consists of 2,711 concrete slabs, or stelae, arranged in a grid pattern on a sloping field. Walking through the narrow, uneven pathways, the stelae tower over you, creating a sense of disorientation and isolation. There are no names, no inscriptions, just the silent, imposing presence of the blocks. It's a powerful and abstract monument that encourages personal reflection on the horrors of the Holocaust. Berlin's history is a story of extremes, a dramatic saga that has profoundly shaped Europe. It began as a humble trading post but rose to prominence as the capital of the Kingdom of Prussia. Under ambitious rulers like Frederick the Great, Berlin became a center of military power and Enlightenment culture. Grand boulevards like Unter den Linden were built, and the city became known as Spree Athens. This period established Berlin as a major European player. The 20th century plunged Berlin into a whirlwind of chaos and tragedy. After World War I, the city became the vibrant, decadent capital of the Weimar Republic, a golden age of art, science, and culture. But this creative explosion was short-lived. In 1933, the Nazis came to power, and Berlin became the dark heart of the Third Reich. The city was the command center for a regime that unleashed unimaginable horror upon the world. The scars of this era are still visible today, not just in the bombed-out buildings, but in the many memorials and museums that serve as a constant, necessary reminder of the past. After its near-total destruction in World War II, Berlin became a frontline city in the Cold War. It was divided into 4 sectors by the Allied powers, and the ideological battle between East and West played out on its streets. This division was made brutally physical in 1961 with the construction of the Berlin Wall. For nearly 3 decades, the wall was a concrete symbol of the Iron Curtain, tearing families, friendships, and a city apart. Checkpoint Charlie, the famous crossing point between the American and Soviet sectors, became an icon of this tense era, a place where the world held its breath. The fall of the Berlin Wall on November 9, 1989, was a moment of pure joy that echoed around the globe. It marked the beginning of the end of the Cold War and paved the way for German reunification. Since then, Berlin has been rebuilding and reinventing itself as the capital of a united, democratic Germany. The city has worked hard to preserve the memory of its difficult past, while embracing a future built on tolerance, creativity, and freedom. This journey from division to unity is Berlin's most powerful story, and its greatest contribution to the heritage of a peaceful and integrated Europe. No visit to Berlin is complete without diving into its delicious and unpretentious food scene. The city's most famous street food is, without a doubt, the currywurst. It's a simple but brilliant invention, a steamed and then fried pork sausage chopped into slices and smothered in a special curry-spiced ketchup, then sprinkled with more curry powder. For an authentic experience, head to a legendary spot like Konopke's Imbiss, located under the elevated train tracks in Prenzlauer Berg. This stand has been serving up perfect currywurst since 1930. It's fast, cheap, and utterly satisfying. Another Berlin classic you must try is the doner kebab. While you can find kebabs all over Europe, many say the modern doner was perfected right here in Berlin by Turkish guest workers in the 1970s. It consists of succulent meat shaved from a vertical rotisserie, stuffed into a warm, fluffy flatbread with fresh salad and a choice of sauces. A great place to try one is Mustafa's Gemuez Kebab in Kreuzberg. Be prepared to wait in line, but I promise it's worth it. For something a bit more traditional, look for a cozy German restaurant and order a schnitzel. While originally Austrian, the Berliner version is a beloved staple. It's a thin cutlet of meat, usually pork or veal, pounded thin, breaded, and fried to golden perfection. It is often served with potatoes, either fried, Bratkartoffeln, or as a potato salad. You'll find excellent schnitzel at classic places like Dika Wirten in Charlottenburg, a pub that feels like stepping back in time to a warm, friendly old Berlin. Finally, let's end on a sweet note with a Berliner Pfannkuchen, or simply a Berliner. This is a traditional German donut, a fluffy piece of sweet yeast dough deep-fried and typically filled with jam and topped with powdered sugar. You can find them in any bakery, Bäckerei, across the city. They are the perfect treat to enjoy with a coffee as you reflect on your adventures. So come hungry and explore Berlin with your taste buds. You won't be disappointed. Happy travels.